Okay, recording this video. It's just come up to 1 p.m. Chicago time, and done trading for the day. I was done a few hours ago. Just been watching the market. It's been an interesting day. Go to the 4,500 tip bar chart. We had this kind of move overnight. Cyclical support kind of came in. We kind of shot up to the 1210s area, and we've kind of came off in the morning. Here's the open for the day. Found a bottom and then kind of raced off. The best chart for me today was the 1500 tip bar chart. It's been a nice one, kind of showing where these highs and lows were. You know, in the overnight session, so that's yesterday's close, the overnight session kind of bottomed with an end of trend. We went up to an exhaustion buying and bearish divergence signal here. Had this kind of complex correction all the way down, but then we kind of bottomed nicely at kind of 1196 type level with a pullback to end of trend. Normally with this, I'd like to see exhaustion selling and then some kind of bullish divergence pattern and a second cyclical turn after this one, but you know, this market just wanted to rally, and we just took off from this end of trend and went into another end of trend on the opposite side after exhaustion buying, bearish divergence, flush signals. We kind of maxed out at about 1214, and on the 4500 tip bar chart you can see it's been a pullback to end of trend, kind of classic signal here. Exhaustion buying, bearish divergence. We come back to test with a final flush signal here. So all kinds of end of trends kind of going on at the moment. On the 40,500 tip bar chart, pullback to end of trend with today's activity. That's kind of yesterday's activity. And leading into this, we had this kind of exhaustion selling on Friday, then bullish divergence kind of held on Monday, and we kind of rallied up here. Not a lot of kind of exhaustion buying at this point. I'm really in two minds to what's going to happen tomorrow. Got FOMC kind of going on, so you know, I don't think there's going to be a lot of activity until we get some kind of announcement out of that. But it did have the look of it when you look at the 13,500 tip bar chart here. So the market opened today. We bottomed cyclical support on this high time frame, and then this kind of rally we had on 1214. Look at all these blue fractional bars just creeping up and up and up and up as we kept on going, and that kind of move just was extremely strong. So I'm just, you know, this doesn't particularly look like, you know, kind of professional activity kind of getting out. It's like buying this breakout. So if we get a breakout above this resistance on 13,500, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. But you know, let's wait and see what happens. For me, trading wise, ended up ahead, but I didn't get into this decline here. You know, after the open you can see this first amateur up bar, support becomes resistance, comes into this, and then we kind of sell off, and then that blue bar, professional bar, highs never get taken out, and that's kind of professional selling, kind of getting this move going, and didn't manage to get into this retrace here, amateur up bar, you know, into the lower half of that professional bar. You know, didn't get into that move. Waited, you know, for a couple of cyclical turns on the 500 tip bar chart. Finally got into something kind of later down in this move. I think it was kind of around here. Ended up losing 3/4 of a point on this move just because I couldn't time it down here, and then try to get short again on a pullback to end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart here. But again, this reversed so quickly. I was actually moving my target, believe it or not, at this end of trend, and it would have made 4 points, but I got greedy and ended up just making a 1/4 point on that trade. But reversed into this move and took two long trades as this move kind of got going. First into this cyclical turning point here, just because we'd had no blue professional bars and there was quite a long way to go in this cycle, so kind of got long and then took another little retrace move into new highs up here. But you know, I didn't catch nearly all of this. Just you know, hit my 3-point targets, I think, on each of those trades. Anyway, so interesting day so far. See what happens tomorrow. You can see all this kind of cyclical activity at the moment. The market's kind of maxed out and no one wants to take this down. We've had our two trends. I talk about kind of maximum 2 trends per day, you know, a downtrend and an uptrend. It's unlikely, I think, that we'll kind of sell off into a downtrend later on today, but let's see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, hope you traded well today, and I'll tag on my day trades. I'm short 97 even, and checking stops and targets. Missed this whole move down from 1204. Had an amateur up bar after the beginning of the day, but just didn't kind of reach far enough, and I wasn't kind of thinking that might be kind of into a downtrend. Anyway, yeah, and then the blue professional bars kind of came in, sunk below the low of that. The only retracement we have was kind of just barely into that. So just and missed another kind of cyclical turn on the 500 tip bar chart. So we've had some form of exhaustion kind of selling earlier on, flush patterns kind of around here, but nothing yet on the 1500 tip bar chart. So rainbow pattern into cyclical turning points means we've got too many amateurs kind of heading this way. So just short 97 even. Let's see if I can get out of this trade probably when we get this cyclical cross on the 500. Okay, went at 94, got exhaustion selling going on here, rainbow pattern at the bottom. So support kind of did hold, waiting for this just support level to kind of come in. It's amateur up bar on 1500 tip bar chart, so I still think we're going to test through 94 or push through 94. Some kind of bullish divergence, just looking for 93. And hoping for one of those kind of blue professional exhaustion signals on the 1500 tip bar chart. So fingers crossed this isn't the low of this move. Blimey, we came up to 97 and just stuck around here forever and ever and ever. 3 blue professional bars up here at the highs at 97, one came in on 15, and we just pushed up to 97.5 and then kind of got rejected. Huge amount of activity there, kind of volume kind of coming in fighting at 97. Anyway, kind of broken the lows of those blue professional bars. We're coming up again, can't believe this. We should be just heading straight down. Okay, blue professional bar just came in here and here, 45. You know, if this isn't the right place to get short, then the next time we get a pullback at a downtrend on the 15 is, so I might jump out if it kind of goes much above 97. Otherwise I'm still hoping this is enough kind of professional activity here. You can see this thing's starting to cross over, so that's fighting this thing at 97 anyway. It just came out at 97.75, 3/4 point loss. Just yeah, I think this is going to go for a little bit of an exhaustion move here into this pullback and a downtrend, and I'd rather just not sit through this heat, rather kind of get short again when we get that cyclical cross on 15. Strange, well, not strange, like you could just see them fighting around 97, and now kind of into 98 it's all being led by the amateurs. So let's just wait for that cyclical cross, re-enter, probably a bearish divergence signal on the 500 tip bar chart. It's got short 1275, and the reason I'm going short, 1500 tip bar chart pullback and a downtrend's come up. Just had a flush signal, exhaustion buying here on 1500 tip bar chart. It's a bit of an odd kind of signal here with my indicators, but it's kind of just trialing my indicators here. But anyway, so we'd had exhaustion buying, 1500 tip bar chart pre-open, then after the open this kind of sell-off bottomed seemingly, but we've not had exhaustion selling on the downside. So just expecting this pullback to end with some kind of exhaustion selling. What I'm wondering about on the 500 tip bar chart is whether this is got to make pullback to end of trend on this time frame in order to, you know, finish off this move. We're so far past this resistance level that's the normal kind of pattern, pullback to end of trend. I just moved my stop to 94.75. Just before this kind of crackdown happened, I would have been taken out at 96.75, and I'm like looking at it now thinking we got cyclical cross happening, exhaustion selling. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Every time I move my target I regret it lately. So it's still not seen blue professional bars kind of down here. Target's now 94.75, so you know, I hope this is just a retest up, and then we'll kind of need to see bullish divergence and something down there. So let's hope. A minute later, end of trend signaled on 1500 tip bar chart. I'm still holding this short. We've got a downtrend on the 500 tip bar chart. It's got to finish with a pullback to end of trend. I thought some kind of bullish divergence. I'm just hoping that low gets taken out. And yeah, just looking at this stupidly, thinking I could have been out in the market here, but anyway. It is what it is. It just reversed, went long 1250, and Just checking my stops and targets here. So there's a quarter point on the last short trade, and in long now, and stupidly, it was 4 given, and I can't believe every time I move my stop it kind of goes against me. Anyway, now just looking at this pattern, I think what's happened, we've had exhaustion buying all this downtrend, and then this was a final flourish and a trend. I usually at this kind of signal look for a second cyclical turn after end of trend, but it looks like we've got a little bit of a ways to go. That was an amateur down bar just then on the 1500 tip bar chart, and I think 1200's a level that we might just push through. There'll be a whole bunch of stops kind of sitting here, and we could also kind of get an explosive uptrend going. The pullback has been violated here and here, so it's like we're into an uptrend now. So let's see, waiting for blue professional bars on the 15 to go, and hoping for about 4.5 will be good. A few minutes later we've had just a pullback and an uptrend signal on the 500 tip bar chart. One blue professional bar came in on 15 up here at 1202s, so just hoping for 4.5 up here on this pullback to end of trend on the way up. So no blue professional bars kind of on the highs yet on 45, so we just need a final push up, so just holding out. 350 for 3. Didn't want to hold through the 4 there, although look, that was a down bar, so probably going to keep on going through 4s. End of trend one off 500 tip bar chart. Seemed to be getting stuck around here, so just bailed. Maybe that was okay. No, here we go. Yeah, we're going to get through 4s. Anyway, never mind. So what to do? I think now we might be in an uptrend after that exhaustion, selling on 1500 tip bar chart and just watching this going to go through 4s. Anyway, so let's pull back a little bit off that. I'm still kind of mad at this this short trade I was in. Anyway, let's wait and see, look for the next kind of re-entry long. And of course, a minute after I recorded that or less, we're up at 4.5s, so and all these blue professional bars kind of coming on 1500 tip bar chart and heading up to 5s. So yet again out too early. Along 450, and don't think this long uptrend is over. We just had a little bit of a bearish bullish divergence signal down here. It's kind of worked out being a kind of bullish divergence signal compared to this, which is kind of in the wrong place. But anyway, cyclical support on the 500 tip bar chart, just hoping for some kind of exhaustion buying on the 1500 tip bar chart. Just see where this goes, just trying to play this swing on the 500 tip bar chart. Okay, just moving my target to 750, just because a whole bunch of stops got run. We've got exhaustion buying kind of going on here on the 500 tip bar chart. Another blue professional bar, just looking for another little kind of push back up, get taken out at 7.5. So let's see, bingo, just out at 7.5. Excellent. For another 3, that was good. Exhaustion buying came in, bearish divergence came in, a whole bunch of blue professional bars. Maybe 8.5 is going to get hit. A whole bunch of blue professional bars, 4500, 1500. Yeah, it's going to get hit. Oh, never mind. Happy with that. And that's a huge reading on the 1500 tip bar chart in terms of better momentum. So that kind of duplicates this kind of sell-off here. Huge reading. There we go. Exhaustion buying. So let's leave it at that. 6 points. Happy with that. Missed that whole first down move here, and then when I kind of tried to re-enter late in the piece, just wasn't enough of a move in it for me. And then this short trade, just always moving my targets gets me in trouble when I move them out. So I should just learn that lesson. Anyway, hope you traded well today.